and welcome to the first ever episode of the Emily's Midwest podcast. I am here with, all the way from Illinois, Silver Material. Welcome out to the show, guys. If you'd all like to introduce yourselves, I'm so glad that you're all able to be here with me.
Yo, that's us.
Hello.
I am Brad or Braden. I play guitar. I play lead guitar in Silver Material.
I'm Jonah. I play the drums.
I'm Will. I play the bass, and I sing a little bit. Yeah.
I'm Wyatt. I also sing and play guitar.
Splendid. Well, welcome all to the show, and brought to you by the Podcast House. So shout out to my server, brought to you by all my friends. And let's say we just jump right on in, shall we?
Based.
All right. Well, first off, what can you tell us about the history of your band and where it began?
Ooh.
I can tell this story the best, probably.
Yes, Jonah has been since the beginning.
Me too. No, it's me too.
No,
It's
okay,
fine.
so it is me and Brad, but since Brad's in a game, I can probably tell it the best. So how Silver Material started was my friends were in the student council and they needed more acts to play in the talent show, and Brad had actually been practicing guitar for a while, and I had actually been playing drums for a long time. And me and Brad were like, hey, we can just do the talent show together. And so we signed up for the talent show together, and we just started jamming, and we played Sunflower by Rex Orange County for the talent show, and we actually just destroyed.
Yeah, we got
destroyed
robbed,
it. We got robbed, but we destroyed the talent show, and after that we just consistently kept jamming, and we cycled out a few members and it just didn't really work, and then Wyatt, by coincidence, was introduced to us by a mutual friend named Gage. And then after that, at a completely unrelated show, we met Will through Wyatt. And then after that, that was kind of like the core members of Silver Material were introduced. And then that was kind of where Silver Material really started. And I think, yeah. That's kind of like the origin of Silver Material.
Absolute beautiful story. I'm in tears.
I mean, there's a lot more to it, but like, so with the talent show specifically, like, so the story on how we got robbed, it's actually crazy. Like, we literally destroyed it, as in, like, so there was two categories, the judge vote and like the audience vote, and we won the audience vote by over like 75 votes.
Yeah.
But because we won the judge vote and the audience vote, the teacher who hated both of us didn't want us to win both categories. So she made us tie the audience vote and gave the judge vote to second place. And so that's why we say we got robbed. And it's really funny. I will never let her forget that, because she robbed us of our victory.
You know what's really crazy? Simultaneously, while Brad and Jonah with their own talent shows, Will and I also played a talent show in high school, probably.
Did you guys win?
I don't think there was a winner, but like I remember one year we did like Africa, but it was to the chords of Wonderwall, and then like the next year.
I love that.
I've never even heard that.
I've never had such a meme song before.
It was a really fun bit.
It was
That's so
it now.
funny.
It's like, because when we did it, it was just sounded like Wonderwall until Wyatt came in and was like, Wyatt did the, and I was like, I played the ukulele.
No, yeah, but so me and Brad, after that talent show, like, we were the only two people in like the high school who, like, because where we're from, our high school class is only like 80 people.
Yeah.
And
like,
so
there's like 400 kids in the entire high school.
Yeah, so we're from like a really small town. And so we're like the only two people who can really play our given instruments. And so it was kind of shocking to everyone, and we're both like very irrelevant people at our school at that moment.
Yeah.
And so people didn't really see that coming. Like, we had multiple people come up to us after that and said that they expected us to sound like shit.
Yeah. Which I will say, it wasn't the best performance, but I still think we did pretty good. Like, especially, I was only playing guitar for like 4 months before we played it, So I'm pretty
Yeah.
proud of how it came out, honestly.
Yeah, it was an experience. It was definitely like the start to something.
Yeah.
And that was the year before COVID. So the next year talent show. This is actually crazy. The day before, like everyone went into lockdown, we were supposed to have the talent show, and the next year's talent show, and we were like super excited. We were gonna cover "Spill to Bill"
by Jank.
and we were like
I'm feeling
super excited. And because like we were definitely going to like do much better, and then when we came to school the next day, they were like, "You guys have to go home because of COVID," and they canceled the talent show.
Robbed
And-
again.
Yeah, and we
Yeah,
got
for real.
robbed again, and we were so angry because we never got a chance to like legitimately like win the talent show.
Yeah,
like we
it's
were
so
supposed
sad, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed.
I still
That's
think
The
about
most
it
famous Silver
sometimes.
Material will ever be.
Yeah,
The talent show era.
the most money we'll ever earn from our music, the $50
Well, we made,
prize.
yeah, we made I lost half of mine because
man.
it was like raining, and I think I lost it. It fell out of my pocket because I was running in the rain. It was pretty disappointing. I didn't get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. But
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, after the night we won the talent show, we went out to our local Dollar General and bought a bunch of like little Debbie snacks.
yeah.
And had,
I
and
mean,
got a
hey,
little-
they go hard.
and got a little shitty Bluetooth speaker and came over to where we're living now and had a little like celebration for us winning. It was very fun.
It was great.
Those are the true Midwestern like emo, like those are the true Midwestern memories that you write the songs about. Seriously.
Yeah, for real.
The talent show era. There you go. There's your next
The
album.
talent show era, seriously.
Well, going off of that, would you say you guys have all had musical history before the band? Like, I know that you already started talking about that a little bit.
I started out as a ukulele girl.
I started out as I played trumpet in
I also
band
played
in
trumpet.
school, and I throughout like middle school and shit. I absolutely hated it, and I wasn't good at it.
I almost went to college for trumpet. I was gonna transfer to the University of Memphis. I was gonna go to the University of Memphis like before I joined the band even. But then COVID happened, and I was kind of doing shit at practicing like the exercises I was supposed to be doing for my application for the scholarship. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go and do like the music program at this local community college. And then I met Silver Material, and I got to be in Silver Material, and it was a lot better.
It was all God's plan.
Literally.
And Jonah, I don't know. He said, like he said, he played pretty much drums his entire life.
Yeah, I started out playing drums when I was about 2 years old. So I started really, really, really young.
I kind of just, I don't know. I played the tuba in band, and then I just kind of picked up like ukulele, bass. Then I picked up playing bass again because of Silver Material, because I was
I didn't want to be the bassist.
Yeah, Wyatt played bass before I did.
Yeah,
Not
so
really.
our
Like,
friend
you-
Gage that was mentioned earlier originally played guitar, and then I like joined and played bass, but his mom would never let him come to practices, so he just kind of ended up not being in the band.
Oh,
So I started playing
So
guitar.
sad.
He's
Rest
gonna
in
end
peace,
up in a,
Gage.
he's gonna end up in a Vanity Almost Famous video whenever we blow up for real.
Well, this is something I've always wanted to ask almost any Midwest emo band, but where do you think like the Midwest really shapes the genre? Especially like your music, I definitely paints the Midwest picture for me.
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like the feeling of like loneliness and kind of like relying on your friends is very much like the main picture that I like see when I
The cool
in terms
breeze
of, like,
blowing through a
music.
cornfield personified.
and
Yeah.
you hate, and then you hate your life, and you hate your girlfriend, and
And you hate your fucking mom. Oh my god.
You just hate
Mom.
everything.
What I think encapsulates the Midwest perfectly is the most interesting thing being going to a Walmart.
No,
Like-
it's all about cruising, bro. It's all about just driving on the back roads just for fun.
Yeah, like
Song.
seriously.
Can we write a song where we brag about how many Caseys we have?
Yeah, for real. Or churches. Oh my god.
Yeah,
In
there's like
Scotland, there's like 6 churches. This small little town.
yeah, there's nothing like there's seriously like we can't overstate how little there is to do here. Like there is nothing.
Small town
Nothing.
problems.
For real,
Not even
it's
small town problems. Like the closest like city we have, I would say, is St. Louis, and even there, it's like not much.
dude.
Like,
St.
we have
Louis
the
is such a shithole, bro. Like, I hate that that's the city that we live next to.
murder
Like,
capital,
It's so sad.
the murder capital of the country, baby.
Let's
Like
go.
you could ask me in October about that. Like we live in a small town in New York, and it literally like
Oh,
it
Dang.
still
yeah.
almost helps you get that almost Midwest emo feel. Just that lonely like small town, nothing to do feel.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it sucks, dude.
It's
It
like
really does.
I'm really glad that like where we live, there's such like a rich music scene. Like
Yeah, I feel like we got pretty lucky with that, honestly.
yeah, because like there's like a lot of like the community, like the college that all of us attend. Me, Will, and Brad were all music students there, but there's a lot of really cool musicians there, and everyone's very tight knit there. And like a lot of the local bands, we all support each other. There's a lot of cool local venues, a lot of cool places to hang out. And I don't know, I think we're very lucky to be here because we could be like a couple hours away from it all, and like
Oh yeah, like we're like.
That'd be
on
so
a seven.
literally.
It's kind of funny you bring that up because I actually was gonna bring up about like how St. Louis. Like I noticed that you guys seem to have a lot of attraction towards St. Louis and a lot of the other small bands in the area.
Yeah, well, it's actually crazy because we don't really go to St. Louis often. There's another town near us called Alton, and that's actually where like
yeah,
a lot
I've
of
heard.
like the small bands kind
We
of
have not played out of
congregate.
state yet.
Yeah, that's actually
Oh,
where a
yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
the small bands play is Alton. There's a venue called Pops there, and that's kind of like the big
Pops is in,
venue.
Sajay,
Yeah, I remember.
the
you-
conservatory.
Oh man, no, I'm stupid. It's the conservatory. Sorry guys. I'm not a true fan. I'm not a true fan of the local music scene. I just exposed myself as a poser live.
Like, are you guys already working on any new music? Like maybe another album or EP?
So right now,
Do you want to talk first?
I'll let White take the lead on this one.
Okay, so right now we're on kind of like a little hiatus. And like I don't know. I know Will is working on their own acoustic project, which I'm sure that they can talk about in a second. But I have been writing some stuff for Silver Material. I know Brad's been working on some riffs and stuff.
Yeah.
I've also been working on stuff for another band with a friend of mine that I'm excited about. But I have started on one song. It is called Car Crash in Peoria. It is going to be on the next Silver Material album, hopefully. And then we have some other songs that we've completed that we just haven't recorded yet, but I'm hoping that we'll record this year.
We are working, actually, like in school, for like my like music production class. We're recording one of our songs called "One Hell of a Barbecue."
It was supposed to be in the album, but it
Yeah, I remember hearing that listed somewhere actually.
Yeah.
it was supposed to be on the album originally, but I don't know. I think we just wanted to make some changes to it.
It was just kind of, I wrote it, and I was like, oh, the way we were playing it, and I mean, I think it's definitely, we could have did it, but
We weren't happy with the direction it was going.
yeah.
Yeah, Will wanted it to sound
I
different, and
understand
then
that.
like we started recording, and then like Will was just like, never mind. But like we'd already tracked a whole bunch of stuff, so it was just kind of too late, and it's kind of sad. But we want to record it. It's kind of like a B-side at some point soon.
Yeah, that would actually be kind of interesting. Like a You're Cool, I guess, B-side.
Yeah,
So
With
on
Wii Sports on there for real.
we sports the board.
Yeah, we should totally get a vinyl for it, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I would love to get records printed out. I looked into it and like
I'd be jumping at that. Like, if
literally,
you guys ever
though.
sell a record, I will be one of the first to buy it.
we'd have to get like a lot more fans because I can't just like print out a couple records. I'd have to get like a
I'll
good
afford it.
couple hundred
I'll
in
forward
order.
we need to get more. We need to get like some like more like physical albums made because we like for like to promote sale of like physical albums. We had Will track like 6 of their original acoustics and it's called Will's Acoustic Corner. And on like the physical album, Hell of a Barbecue's on there, and like.
It's like a little acoustic version of it.
Yeah, and so there's like 6 originals that if you buy the like physical CD, it's like a bonus. So there is like a deluxe edition of You're Cool, I guess.
The only thing
Out
that's
there.
sad about it is because like we've been making them, I've been burning them off my computer, and like burn CDs don't work on like some cars, so I really want to get like CDs manufactured, but
Yeah.
I've just kind of been a shit show and haven't looked into it.
Yeah.
But it's something I want to do at some point.
We're,
Now, what's with the love-hate relationship with precarious situation?
Wait, wait, what'd you say?
What's with the love-hate relationship with precarious situation?
That we have?
Yeah.
It's all love. It's all love with us.
All love,
we
all
love
love.
all love with us. Yeah, rest in peace, Precarious. We love him.
Yeah. That's so sad.
Yeah.
precarious
I
situation.
can see a whole collab album though. That will be clean.
Oh, we've actually talked about that. Like we
were gonna do a split at some point.
Yeah, they have a song.
Live
called-
split.
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
a song called "She Took Me to Taco Bell," and originally we were gonna release like a split single with them, with that and Baja Blast from us.
Yeah. So we had like a whole like running like local inside joke about how there were like 2 like Taco Bell songs. And like that was like a whole thing around
Yeah,
here. Like competing about like Taco Bell.
yeah, for real.
And actually, at the end of Hell of a Barbecue, on the recording on Will's Acoustic Corner, the last like section is the chorus to "She Took Me to Taco Bell."
Yeah,
All
It's a
right.
great song.
That's a smart little nod. I see.
Yeah. So there is some precarious love on that album.
Now switching up the topic just a little bit here. Will, what can you tell me about your history with the drama club?
Really? Will?
You asked me direct. Did you ask me specifically if I was in the drama club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk
Yeah.
about it.
Now, do you think that like that ever really shaped like how you play as an artist? Because I know like for a lot of people having like backgrounds in a certain club or a group really will build on like how they perform.
I mean, I feel like it definitely helps me in searching my like love for writing and creating like story pieces, because I used to write like I wrote a couple skits
Bob
in drama.
Stillman.
I wrote a couple of skits in drama club, so I would like. That's kind of where it definitely helped me like be able to create a story, in like when I'm trying to actually like write my shit. So, not really so much in the performing stuff.
Oh yeah, still like I feel like for a lot of people like who want to become like artists, I definitely do think it's important for them to join like clubs because it gives them that feel of like just creative thinking and directing.
Me and me and Wyatt were also in. Wyatt was in drama club with me in high school, and we actually had an improv comedy group that we all were.
I was in charge of the improv comedy group.
It worked out. It
Speaking-
was pretty fun.
It was pretty funny. It was okay for a high school improv.
You know, while we're talking about Wyatt, I remember, did you ever have anything really progress with Bill's problem?
Yeah, that's the other thing that me and my friend are working on. We are currently I think we have about like 6 or 7 songs written,
Oh, all right.
and we have a couple ideas that we're working on. And then we both, it's me and my friend Natalie. She's featured. She's the girl that sings the love
Oh,
song
yeah.
Tanada. Yeah. We have a good couple songs written. And we're wanting to kind of finish everything up and maybe try to record some of it during the semester at school. I was gonna have like some friends kind of play on the album, and like I'm just gonna write parts out and have them record it. I was gonna see if Will wanted to play drums on it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's exciting. I'm happy to finally be writing with her because we've been talking about it like since like the recording process of the Soul Material album was going on, and it's cool to be working on like other stuff too. It's really refreshing.
Yeah, well, I really look forward to that because, like, since hearing Silver Material, I can't get enough. Like, I'm waiting to hear more of that. Like,
I'm glad. I'm really, I really love how we write together, and it's been cool working together.
Yeah,
yeah.
for real.
That was abrupt.
Now, do you think that, like, also the time you guys really decided to start releasing music helped? Because I know that, like, in the more recent years, like the past 2 years, Midwest emo has really arisen on the scene.
I mean,
Definitely.
yeah, it just kind of ended up working out. Like, we just kind of, because I can say that before I joined Silver Material, I never really listened to emo music at all. Like, I mean, I kind of more strayed towards like the, like, rock, like alternative rock type thing, which is close to emo. So I had heard some before, but I more kind of strayed closer to, like, because I listened to a lot of Car Seat Headrest and, like, you know, some old like Queen and like White Stripes type stuff. Really, just anything Wyatt showed me. Like, that's just how it works. And then I don't know. Probably more in the last year have I started really listening to emo and like actually knowing like the intricacies of like writing and like in the actual instrumentation and like music of it, like the fun weird shit that is unique to it.
And it's funny because I actually noticed that with some other Midwest emo bands and even the fans, like, a lot of them might start out like not really the biggest emo fans, and somehow they're showing up here listening to, let's say, my mixtapes, for example, and they're seeing like this side of music that just stands out to them. So for you to do something that can like do that, like a genre that can really stand out to people with greater different tastes, is really amazing.
Yeah, I definitely think Midwest emo is one of those things where it's like, I think it's a genre that everybody can get behind, but I think only like a certain amount of people like really connect with it, you know. But I feel like the people who do connect to it really connect to it, you know, like especially
Oh yeah, we
with
worship
like
it.
all of like the all these bands like Marietta and stuff, where like even Marietta has like other albums other than like Summer Death, but Summer Death is just so like everybody knows Summer Death if you're like in the emo scene, and it's like same with like other bands like Mom Jeans. Like everybody in the emo scene knows Mom Jeans, and like I feel like the fans are just so loyal, and I feel like even with in our case, like I feel like Silver Material fans are just so loyal, and it feels very good.
It's just beautiful. And actually, if we ever saw a collab with any of these other Midwest emo bands, who do you think we'd ever see?
Oh my god.
like a dream collab or like a realistic
dream collab.
A dream collab? Oh boy.
I gotta look.
Okay, for me personally, even though they don't really match our sound, I would go absolutely bananas on with Ben Quad. Just because
Ben Quad? Oh, yeah.
I love their drummer, and like I don't really play traditional I don't really play drums in like a traditional like emo style. Like, I don't know, I just kind of go bananas. So I just like do my thing, and I feel like he does the same. And so I would really enjoy a collab with Ben Quad. So that's my pick personally.
I would pick personally. I think it'd be like really crazy to like tour with This Town Needs Guns.
Amazing choice.
I was thinking the same thing.
No,
They're
because it'd be
beautiful.
so much fun. Imagine like us playing If I Sit Still with This Town Needs Guns really
Yes.
shittily.
I'd show up to that show so quick.
Imagine if our really bad covers of If I Sit Still ever got leaked to the internet. Imagine.
I miss playing that. I miss playing that song so much.
That song was so fun. I loved singing that song. It was so fun.
I like
The
it.
last chorus, whenever you come in with the drum beat, Jonah, made my heart every single time.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! I remember
Oh my
that. That was
God.
so crazy.
Sing like
It was
a British
fun. It
person.
was fun. It was fun.
This town needs guns for me, like, has such an important place. Like,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They are a great
especially back when I was first getting into Midwest emo and everything, like I can remember hearing like If I Sit Still and just like hearing this and getting into it and just picturing all these like just driving through a countryside.
Yeah.
It still doesn't make sense to me how they get that much sound out of 3 people. Like it
No,
just
literally.
it doesn't compute with
It's
me.
insane, dude.
Basics.
Baines?
The
What?
basics. Oh my god. I want to
Yeah,
play
the
one of those.
basics are a big part of it. They incorporate the basics perfectly. Then.
He's insane. He plays that thing and sings.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about
Nah.
you, Brad? Who are you picking? Or did you?
Easily Origami Angel?
Oh, that's a
Wait.
good pick.
That's very
That's
base.
a good one.
They're like my favorite band of all time, and they're a two-piece, and that's kind of how Silver Material started.
Two-piece
Yes,
bands are
the
beautiful.
2-piece era of Silver Material is like a very special place in my heart.
Yeah,
That-
same. Because we were both learning, you know, like.
And that's also like I feel like the most like pure time.
I
Like
think so, too.
because
The first
Before
one.
we co-opted it with the gay shit.
no, it's frame it like that.
I'm
Don't frame it
kidding,
like-
I'm kidding.
I will say though, like just in general, me and Brad have become like so much more effeminate though after you two joined. I will
absolutely,
say,
yeah.
just in general, me and Brad both have become like way more like sus. And-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But like it is definitely the case, and that's like very funny to think about sometimes. Like
It is-
imagine, like Brad, would you have ever dyed your hair or like started wearing
Oh
jewelry?
no, absolutely not. Maybe jewelry, but dyeing my hair. Literally, I didn't even want to. I don't know. The only reason I did it is because I lost my job. I didn't want to get called slurs at my job. But
I mean, granted.
Wow.
Yeah, no. Brad used to work at a truck center with his dad, and like if he like kept fingernail polish on from shows, like he would get like legitimately like shunned.
I can believe that's probably caused some pretty scary and crazy things to happen when playing live. You guys have any crazy experiences when you are at your live shows?
Like
Oh, yeah,
for,
I get what you mean.
you know, for
Scary sometimes.
yeah, for like an like a personal story is we were playing a show at a bar. Well, not really a bar. It's called the dog. What is it called?
It's a
Livingston?
Hard Dog Cafe.
The Hard Dog Cafe. The
Oh, I've
Hard
heard of
Hard
that.
Dog Cafe, and they have the Pink Elephant. It's like a giant antique shop, and they have a giant like I don't know, like 15-foot like giant Trump statue. And, you know, Wyatt, being the flamboyant young gay man he is, was in his like pink hair and like booty shorts and whatever. He was being himself and you know whatever. But right
Like
before
for the
we
twerk
sang,
in front of.
no, but right before we sang the iCarly theme song at like, cause you know the end bit of Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Well, when we do it live, we sing the iCarly theme song to it, and he said, "Everyone, please rise for the national anthem," and flipped off the Donald Trump statue. And you know, all of our young liberal friends were there, and they all did it. But there was a large majority of boomer, like Gen X boomer Trump people who were there.
It was so
And-
funny.
dude, don't forget
And they were like really, really, really angry. And there was like literally a food truck there that was flying the
Yeah.
Confederate flag. And they were
Oh.
like very angry. And like my dad even like pulled me aside and warned me about like whisperings he was hearing in the crowds. And so like I mean it's just like it's just something you have to keep in mind when like you're in this area, that like it's not always a very safe space. And it's just
Yeah.
it's a very unfortunate thing that we still have in 2023.
I'm glad that I feel as Silver Material in and of itself with like the shows that we host, especially at Nana Shack. The shows we've hosted at my Nana's house, I definitely feel like have brought a lot of queer people together.
Dude,
You know what?
Really cool. Like No, because I started going to Hollow House shows when I was like 17 and still in high school, and like I was closeted, and like that shit was insane to me. And I went from like being this like image of like what people wanted me to be to kind of just being this local scene shithead. Um, but it's the best like life path personally, in my opinion. I think it's the happiest I've ever been. And
I think
I know we came on here to talk about music, but
No, I think that that's one of the purposes of the show. It's really just like express like thoughts and stuff like that. Like,
Literally.
your views and thoughts on things. Because isn't that what a podcast is? It's really just sharing your thoughts and kind of like letting it out to other people.
yeah, definitely.
No, I think October might have wanted to ask something if her mic is working. Is it?
October.
No.
If-
Oh, yeah, the
October,
mic-
if it's not, if you just want to type it in chat and Amity, you read it out, that also works.
Alright, let me see. I think she actually sent it to me. Oh yeah, she was wondering, is there any specific alternate tunings that you guys like using?
Yeah.
No.
Brad knows this. Brad.
Yeah. Okay, so we use FACGCE, which is just like funny house tuning, you know, like American football tuning and shit.
Of course.
And obviously DAEA or DAE hold on.
DAEA C sharp E.
Yeah, that one is another one that we use a lot. And one of our songs is in DAD F sharp AE.
I've been writing in that for Silver Material too.
And I know
Remember-
Will
That's
uses all sorts of like alternate tuning for their like acoustic shit. So
That's my favorite.
Tell them about Hanada tuning,
my
Brad.
little folky acoustic solo stuff.
okay,
I love to do it open D. I
yeah,
love doing
Owendy's good.
open D at 9.
Open D flat.
Oh, well, I don't use that more. I mostly just stick to D right now. I mean, for Silvertail, yeah, because yeah. But I like
There
I
is
like
this,
open D better.
there is this one tuning that we use for Love Song to Hinata. It's like literally the dumbest tuning ever. So it's E flat, G, D flat, F, B flat, D, and it just doesn't sound good when you strum it openly. But I used that tuning. It was the first open tuning that I knew because I don't know. Have you heard of Toe, that Japanese math rock band?
I don't think I have. I definitely want to check them out now that you bring them up.
If anyone
Super Slay.
listening to this has not listened to Toe, they are so good. Their first album,
Listen to
all
Toe.
of my idle thoughts and like plots about anxiety. It's the fucking best. It's better than Chunk,
really good.
better than Polyphia. Get some good ass headphones, smoke a little devil's lettuce, and just sit down and listen to it, man. Come on, it's so
Good
good.
shit.
It's
Anyways,
so
there's-
good.
I learned their song Two Moons, and that was like my first experience with like open tuning, other than like learning jank songs and shit. And that was like I wrote Hinata in that tuning because it was like I don't know. Hinata was like the first song that I actually wrote besides
Moon has a mullet.
Moon Has a Mullet. Yeah,
The
Yo,
first Silver
I do
Material
too.
song.
yeah.
Do we talk about the first Silver Material song?
The first
Whoa,
Silver Material song.
Okay.
I
think now we
remember
have to
very
talk about
clearly. I remember very clearly whenever I first joined the band, Brad sent me 2 MP3s. One of them was for the original demo of Love Song to Hanada, and the other one was this song called Moon Has a Mullet, which I tried writing for, but I couldn't write for it.
It's a bad song.
So
It's a banger.
So this is why you don't let the drummer who only knows how to play drums write songs. This is why you don't do that. So I actually came up with the title too, and I actually drew the original artwork for it, and I don't know how to draw either. I'll send it to you later if you like want to put it up on screen or something. Or
I still
something.
need to make the T-shirt.
Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah.
really fucking funny. If I can dig it up, I'll send it to you. But
You have
basically,
got to send that to him.
yeah. So basically, it's just like a really, really shitty, like just tons of breakdowns in it, and it's like incoherent. It's awful. And
It
I
was really
remember, yeah, we were like 16 when we wrote it, and I remember when we wrote it, I felt like we were destined to be great. I was like,
No,
yeah,
for
dude,
real. I remember.
And then you come back to it, and you're just like, what?
yeah, it's
What was
awful.
I
I'm pretty sure every songwriter has this experience when they write their like first full song and they're like,
Yes.
yeah, like they write their first full song and they're like, wow, this is great. And then they like come back to it and then they're like, wow, this is awful.
That's gonna be me with like, I don't know if I ever heard my song Door Notes before, but that's gonna be me with that song in like another like couple of years.
No, yeah, it's just like, I will say I still enjoy the name of the song. Like, we had great song names back then. Like, that's why Love Song to Hinata stuck around.
Comically
Like,
large feelings for you.
yeah, that one we're bringing that
It's
one back
comically
at some
large
point.
feelings.
Yeah, comically large feelings for you. We had
Elevator
banger names
music.
back- Yeah, elevator music to get high to. Like, we had banger names back then, but the songwriting just wasn't there. But yeah, and I remember when Wyatt first joined the band, like, and we played it for him. I remember him being like, yeah, we can work with this. I remember being like, oh, he doesn't like it, and being like, nah, man, this guy isn't it. He just
I
doesn't
remember-
see the vision. He doesn't see the vision.
I remember whenever I
That's
first wrote the
horrible.
I remember when I first wrote the words to Love Song to Hinata, and I like came over to their house like after I'd kind of finished everything, and I was like, hey guys, I finished writing words for this song, but like I have never seen Naruto before, and it doesn't have anything to do with Hinata.
We haven't
And they were
watched
like, they haven't
Naruto
seen
either.
Naruto. They just named it after this Naruto character, and I don't.
That's what
So,
I was about to
I've seen-
say. Like, is that supposed to be a reference to that?
Yeah, but
yeah.
we've never watched it.
So, okay, so for some backstory, I used to write really, really, really dark and edgy raps in high school.
Oh,
Like,
no.
really fucked up songs. And so basically, we were basically going to do the same thing, but just like emo songs. So we were really into jank, and so basically Moon Has a Mullet was just an awkward pop songs ripoff, like just really fast strumming, ugly chords, and then just noodle breakdowns. And so Love Song to Hinata was just going to be a literal love song to Hinata. Those were going to be the lyrics. They were going to be an actual, like, very horny, very inappropriate, very lewd love song to Hinata. Yes,
We
it
should
was
get that
going to be.
explicit version sometime.
And then I joined and made it sad.
Yeah, it was so, like, I remember when Wyatt first wrote the lyrics, and I was like, Wyatt, why did you write these lyrics? Like, it's supposed to be a love song to Hinata. And I remember, like, because, like, when you're in high school, that's the funniest shit. Like, you have to remember, like, this is, like, at the time where I thought, like, dumb shit, like, just making, like, racist, homophobic, edgy shit was still funny. Like, this is, like, when, like, before I, like, was based. Like, this is when I was still, like, stupid. So,
It sounds familiar.
yeah, like every white boy goes through this phase. Trust me. So I'm sure there's a lot of people listening who is like cringing right now, thinking about the things they've said in their Discord messages. So like the title never got changed. That's why we've had lots of people ask us why the song's called Love Song to Hinata. Why didn't you post it to Reddit and have people ask?
I posted the lyrics to r/songwriting, and a whole bunch of people were just like, these are really good, but like, what does it have to do with Naruto? And then it's like, nothing.
So,
Nothing.
So
Absolutely
yeah.
jack shit.
Yeah, so we have like tons. I have somewhere probably buried on like my old iPhone 7, like tons of just like really fucked up lyrics for like old Silver Material songs that will never see the light of day.
No, we are gonna leak that at some point.
No, we will never leak
We will
them.
not. We will not even talk about this any deeper than we already have.
Yeah, this is where this is. Well, my iPhone 7 is broken, gone, so we can't dig them up. But yeah, so that's where like Love Song to Hinata came from, and like. Yeah, it was a good time. It was a weird era of Silver Material, but like in a weird way, it was like the most pure and like innocent time. Even though like some of the things we may have done back then are like really cringy and stupid and not so pure and innocent.
And I feel like the beauty of like Midwest emo, because a lot of the artists like started out with just like that. Like they have like these
For real, yeah.
setup and everything, and like the lyrics are just so like at the time they think they're creating the next emo banger. Like,
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, look at Camping in Alaska. They hate their album, like their biggest album. Like they hate it because when they wrote it, it was like they view it as very immature and stupid. But like that's the beauty of it, right? Like that's why I think that's why so many people love it, is because it reminds them of a time when things that were so simple were the biggest deal in the world.
And I think
Like a
that
breakup.
is what Midwest emo, like, part of the beauty of that genre is that exactly.
Yeah. Like when a breakup is the biggest part of your life, I think that's when you can enjoy Midwest emo at its fullest.
Which is kind of funny because we aren't going to get too into my life, but it seems like that's where I am right now.
Yeah,
No.
man, we've all been there, man. It does get better.
You're cool, I guess.
You're cool, I guess.
And all the other things I wish I said.
Bro.
What do you think your music smells like?
What do we think our
Oranges.
music smells like?
Oh yeah.
Oranges?
Midwest Death Song definitely smells like after it rained.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
I think the album smells like stale weed.
Oh yeah, fair.
The whole thing.
It smells like a little bit like lumber from the shed.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
And kind of maybe like bugs, like some bugs that got inside.
Yeah.
Barely Awake smells like the Hamel McDonald's.
Yes.
Every-
Baja Blast kind of speaks for itself. It smells like Taco Bell.
Obviously.
No, every okay, for me personally, every light smells like stale weed.
Every light in my house smells like my my cat piss basement.
That
To me.
after party clarity.
I would sit downstairs and dissociate in my basement while I waited to like get my laundry out, like little sad boy hours.
Which is kind of funny that you bring that up because sometimes when I hear every light in my house, I almost envision like some party ended, maybe something really crazy happened, and then like this is kind of like the aftermath of when that song is playing.
Yeah.
Jerry Trainer smells like blood to me because it's like you're punching something. You're like punching through a wall, and it's like the blood on your knuckles. That's what it smells like to me.
The verified Kill All Men song.
It is, dude. Fuck Dan Schneider. Sorry.
I think
Gotta
a
come out and
thousand
say it.
songs. I think All the Mountains and 1,000 Songs smells like a cornfield.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Or
grass.
smashing your face in the
Or
cake.
grass. Grass is a good idea.
Yeah.
Grass is another.
I don't think smells like smoke, like campfire smoke.
Yes! Oh my god, I
That is
love.
a good one.
Hot cup of tea just smells like warm tea. I feel like.
Yeah.
What kind of? I feel like it'd be like an English breakfast.
Yeah.
English
What?
English
breakfast.
breakfast.
You British.
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 Don't say that. That's not good.
That's not
Silver
good.
Material British accent album one.
No.
No.
The Beatles
No.
album,
Is
Silver
Is
Material.
that the album after Silver Material Goes to Church?
What?
Yeah.
Psychedelic Rap, Silver Material. I'd actually be down to hear that, to be quite honest.
Material
Silver
versus.
Material Goes to Church is gonna be our Manic album, and our British
Second
albums.
album too.
Yeah. Oh no, I leaked it. I'm sorry.
You leaked
Silver
album too, Jonah.
Oh, I leaked it to the world. Silver Material Goes to Church is our second album. It's gonna be our second album title. It's going to be grand. It's going to be insane.
Can't wait to write all of it.
Album. That's just for everyone.
I will give one little tease. It's going to feature the riff Black Blade from Brad's YouTube channel.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Yes.
I will give one that is all I'm gonna say. And then I'll leave it at that.
I really want to turn Sugar Rush into a summer.
Same. I want to sing over
You
Sugar
guys
Rush.
have to do that, definitely.
Sugar Rush would be fun.
Yeah, Black Blade is going to be insane, and then there's gonna be a song called "Jumping Jams for Jesus," and it's going to be my personal baby, and I'm going to make it a schizophrenic masterpiece. I'm gonna go crazy on it.
Now, why do I feel like I can totally see like one of you just sitting in a record store, like just looking through and just like.
Oh, we do that. We do that all the time.
Yeah.
Me and
heard
Brooke
you
go to
guys, like,
Slackers.
Riverbend or something like that.
The Riverbend,
Yeah.
the Riverbend
yeah.
area. Yeah, we go there all the time.
Like for us, it's like we don't have any record stores too close. Like there is the city of Buffalo, really close to there. There's this record store. Then there's this antique shop that's nearby that I really want to check out sometime. I feel like that there could definitely become a good source of like musical inspiration.
I love finding old records and shit. It's
Dude, me and Jonah do this thing where every time we go into a Slackers, we just go to the bargain bin and just buy like the coolest looking CDs and then listen to them and like try to guess the genre and shit. And they almost always suck, but
we have found some bangers.
We found some bangers. The
band Ulu, ULU.
That's really good.
It is a super fun, like, weird experimental jazz project. They're super fun. We have found some. One? Yeah, we have just found
Fingers Cut Mega Machine.
Yeah,
we have just really good. Oh my god, it reminds me of Will stuff.
Really good. So we've just found that's what I recommend to people. Next time you go to a Slackers, go to the 50 Cent album section, and just you and your friend try and pick out a few 50 Cent albums and see who can find the best album based on just like album covers and track names, and try and guess the genre. It's a very fun little game to do that costs very little money. And it's, you get a few free CDs out of it. Not free CDs, but you get a few very cheap CDs to add to your collection.
I won with this one record called You're Cool, I guess.
The day I know we've made it is when we end up in the Slackers 50 Cent section. When someone gives our record to Slackers, pretty much. Like,
the day I see it, I will send it to you.
Shit myself.
That'd be
Will,
crazy.
didn't you and my sister once go and buy Didn't you go and buy like the fucking farm themed album, like the cow themed? Found the cow themed album.
No way.
Oh wait,
at the Slackers
I forgot
discount
what it was.
bin.
It was like, what was it? I think it was this guy made. I thought it was an album of like 10 songs, but this guy made parodies of like popular songs but they're about farm life or something, and it was amazing.
So funny.
God damn it! I need to text Maddie. I'm texting Matt.
You can go grab her right now.
Ram Ranch?
Maddie's who I wrote the 1,000 songs about.
No, it's not Ram Ranch. But me and Brad actually met the guy who made Ram Ranch.
Yeah, he was in our Discord.
What?
Yeah,
I
he
will
was in our
grab my
Discord.
sister.
No joke.
Oh
Me
yeah,
and Brad actually knew the guy who made Ram Ranch.
Yeah.
Yo.
All he did though was like promote gay porn and like spam our server with gay porn shit though. So we had to
Yeah.
like kick
One
him.
eye open guy, right?
Yeah, no, it was just like really weird though, because it was like viruses and shit though. It was like we had to
It
like
wasn't
kick him.
even that. It was just like you'd click on him and it'd be like a sketchy website and it'd be porn.
That's what I mean. Yeah, so yeah, no, we had to
Or he'd
kick him.
promote his music too. But
Yeah.
still.
Like Ram Ranch number 18.
Number 18.
Yeah, like come on, man. Like okay, we get it. Yeah, no. No, but speaking of, it's just like getting back to like speaking of like another side project of the Soul Material group. Me and Brad have kind of a side project going on called Cat Girls with Gauges.
Yeah.
If you
kind
want
of
to,
what,
Lexi just joined the server.
Yeah.
Lexi just joined the server.
Yeah, but
oh, do we want to get
Cat Girls-
Lexi?
Yo, yeah.
Do we want to
Cat
get
Girls with
Lexi
Gauges
Wacker?
is like
Yeah.
we started it and we had a couple songs that were really funny, but I think we're gonna take it in like a different direction. Wii
Yeah.
Sports was one that we kind of like talked about releasing as a Cat Girls with Gauges song, but I think I'd rather make it a Silver Material song, honestly.
Yeah, so we have like it's kind of more of like a joke project where it's just like really exaggerated, really over the top, almost like a just TikTok stupid. It's really stupid. Like one of our songs called Sarah. It's just
Yeah.
like the lyrics are literally called Sarah. The lyrics are literally Sarah, you broke my heart, Sarah.
It's just like
You make me
screaming
fart.
too.
No, it was doomed from the start.
The gold fringe memed
Yeah,
out.
it was just like Cat Girls with Gauges is just like a project where me, Brad, Lexi, and Will just all get around a MIDI pad and a keyboard and some guitars, get super wasted, and just scream into a mic. And that's what we do. And it's just really fun. Like that's how Wii Sports Divorce started. Speaking of Lexi Wacker. Hello, Lexi Wacker.
I don't think Wii Sports Divorce started. It was just like we were just fucking a boot, and then Brad played the fucking that one riff,
Yeah.
and then I was just like, fuck it.
The Switch Sports was on the TV.
Fucking a boot.
Fucking a boot.
Fuck oh.
No, we were
Fucking
just
worst
chilling.
part is
Yeah, we were
We
playing.
Sports Divorce is my favorite song.
It's so good.
the day that song drops is the day that I have a seizure. And just start fucking-
It's really good. I love it.
I love Wii Sports Divorce.
It's all good fun here in the Midwest.
oh
We,
yeah.
we have nothing
That
better to
song.
do. We got nothing better to do. Midwest Death Song. Little bit of
Quite
That
literally.
song.
Finish that.
a box of condoms. Midwest Death Song.
So Jonah misheard one of the lyrics to Midwest Death Song for the longest time and thought I was singing Box of Condoms Midwest Death Song instead of like some kind of Midwest Death Song.
If anyone has made it this far into this unhinged just conversation rambling of this, go to Midwest Death Song and listen. It's like at the end of the second verse, and it's like some kind of
Like
Midwest
some
Death Song.
kind of.
Listen to it again. Listen to it again and listen for the lyric. Box of condoms. You will hear it. I'm telling you. I've tested
Funny
it
as
with many
fuck.
people, and they've all heard it. They have all. Heard it. It's you can hear it. Box of condoms. I'm telling you, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy.
You
I
are
don't
crazy.
know.
It sounds
I don't know,
like
you're kinda crazy.
It does sound like it.
it sounds like it. It's so funny.
I think we're about to send this man to the asylum. He's gonna start rolling around in a straight jacket. Y'all like I'm not crazy.
I say it like lock some condom.
For the longest time, our group chat was named Box of Condoms. It was very funny. They all bully me for it.
Yeah.
Fun though.
Sorry, Silver Tier is a very unhinged band.
Yes,
No, we are.
Yeah.
Will,
beginning
you're
of
very
our
talk.
Will's
Will's
thing is
been
lighting up.
muted
I'm
for a
not hearing
long time.
anything.
Will's been muted for a long time.
I'm playing my guitar.
Oh, okay.
Yo, you should
I'm in
write
the-
us a song. Write us a song on the spot. Go ahead.
Write a
Probably
song
sounds
about
like
Tarkov.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh.
write a song about how unhinged you are.
We just had like an impromptu guest appearance from Lexi Wacker. It's so
Yeah,
funny.
it's the perfect conditions to write a song. You
Shut
know?
up, Sean. Fuck you.
Lexi, talk about your inspiration for writing your verse on Midwest Death Song.
Okay. Fuck up, dog. I'll go away. I'm in the middle of playing Escape from Tarkov
Okay.
while doing this, but I will explain this. So, I wrote that verse in 2020, I think. I was in this like little indie emo band called the Townsfolk with some chick named Olivia, and I was just like madly in love with this woman. I'm gonna be honest, like head over heels, smitten. You know, just like 5'10" goth chick. I was just like, you gotta do what you gotta do. And I was just like cooped up in my room because it was just the middle of COVID. And let me pull up the lyrics real quick. Yes. I gotta look them up. I apologize.
Nah, you alright.
Mark down.
Mark down the days.
Harmony markers, no cars.
Perb. Jesus Christ, dude! I have some fat ass fingers.
I should just introduce the episode like that. Just Jesus Christ, dude. I am fat.
But, it was just like the timeline of events leading up to it, or just what that verse is about. So it's just like permanent markers, no colors to erase, and it's just like we're taking a fucking Sharpie to the calendar. We're just Xing out these days because of this. Every fucking day in like 2020 blended together. I'm sure it did for like everybody else, but for me,
Literally.
it was just like I fucking smoked a whole bunch of dabs, went to work twice a week, and that was about it because I worked at a grocery store, and like that's all I fucking did for like 8 months of COVID.
Quite an eventful week.
Yeah, so like I experienced COVID the way God intended us to. Just
I think
getting
that was
blasted
really
off my dick and just like fall in love with like 5'10" bisexual women. So like,
Wait a second.
you're telling me you didn't do that? El bozo for
I
real.
did that too, Lexi. I did that too. It's fine.
Oh,
We
God,
all did. We all did that. Come on
So it
now.
was just like just talking about the timeline and progression of shit, and then it's like mark your maps, wish to be okay, and it's just like I feel like it's a very self-explanatory verse in the way that it's just like, hey, I feel like shit right now, but like, let me holler real quick. I'm trying to have this W Riz real quick. I promise I wasn't saying that in 2020, but like, I'm trying to get you to fall in love with me, but telepathically, because I'll never say it to your face. That
Wow.
kind of bullshit.
That's kind of sad. I want you to use your Riz on me.
What do you think is a song that you guys put out, since we're on the topic of like unreleased songs and less popular songs? What do you think is a song that you might have put out that you feel like should have way more exposure and hype around it?
We already talked about that,
We already
Lexi.
talked about that. We already
Jerry
talked about that.
Jerry Trainer Forgives You is the least streamed song on the album, and I'm so sad about it because that bridge is immaculate. I love
It
the bridge
is.
to Jerry Trainer.
I wrote
It's
it
so good.
in like 5 seconds.
The harmonies.
The
Did we talk
lyrics, I'm so proud of those lyrics.
They
Really
are
good.
very good.
Man,
What? You're
I'm
so
just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you.
no, but you know, the fact that 1,000 Songs is our most streamed song, and Brad literally freestyled his part in the studio because he didn't write one up until that
So did
point.
my solo too. Like I just fucking was like, I want something really crazy there.
Damn.
1,000 Songs was so much fun to record because like it was like
It was. It was
turned out
very,
so different
It
from
didn't
how we
really have
expected
a
it.
direction. I feel like in the studio, which I
Yeah.
think kind of adds to it a little bit. And and obviously a lot of people like it. Like
Oh.
I think it's a good song, but I honestly
It's
don't
my
think
favorite song.
I don't think it's anywhere near the strongest song on the album.
I think it is.
Whoa, Brad's gonna have a lot of haters now.
It's like every light in my
What?
house, 10,000 songs for me.
Every light's our strongest song in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
Is it really about her sister though?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah, it's so Will wrote it about so what the funny thing about that joke is like I wrote that like I not I wrote like I thought 1,000 Songs was kind of like about being like queer and in a small town. And like I thought it was like this whole thing and like it was like a bigger thing, and then like Will was just like, oh yeah, I just kind of wrote it when I had like a crush on your sister for like 3 weeks. And, like Will could probably talk about it more, but it's really funny.
Bruh.
It's her favorite song too. It's her favorite Soul Material song.
It's so funny.
Hey,
I feel like
yo.
you're talking about this like I'm not right.
Musical
I'm not
Riz.
sitting right here.
I'm
Alright.
fucking walking here, guy.
Hey, I'm fucking walking here right now. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the beginning of it is more the part that's about why it's like the whole first
the
verse.
fuck yous.
Not the fuck yous, not the fuck yous. I didn't write that part. Why I wrote that part? Why?
Before I knew it was about my sister, I love my sister. She's like my best friend.
I wrote like the part where I'm playing the acoustic and singing. That's about Wyatt's sister. But then the whole last part was kind of just separate. I had the chorus of like there's those butterflies gnawing on my insides, like kind of like off in like a separate notes section on my phone. And then I was like, I'll just slap this on here. and then the outro. Oh fuck. The outro actually was originally us singing the Malcolm in the Middle theme song.
Yeah.
Like the chorus, like the it's like
You're
we
not
would
the boss
do-
of me now.
Yeah, we used to sing like we used to sing that over it, but we can't do that. So I wrote a
That's
new
what
verse.
the trumpets are playing the melody in the background. I don't know if you noticed that.
Little fun fact. Yeah, the
fun
the trumpets are
melody
doing like the melody of the.
I love those trumpet harmonies so much. I loved fucking. I bullshitted those trumpet parts the day before.
baller.
I mean, I remember hearing that for the first time, and my inner emo started tingling.
It's
I.
That's
my God.
crazy to me. That's crazy to me. Cause cause 1,000 Songs was like, I wrote it literally right as I joined the band. So like this is January of what, 2021? And
Yeah.
Alright.
Will, you joined the band 2 years ago. Holy shit.
Damn.
That's crazy.
But it's like,
We've been
it's
doing
like
this for a minute.
I joined the band and then I didn't really know Brad and Jonah. I had met them at like the first time I met Brad and Jonah was like in 2019 to see me and my friend Gage, who we reference Gage quite a bit, but we haven't seen him. Me and my friend Gage went to a Silver Material show when they were still 2-piece, and then I didn't see them for another 2 years or another year or so. And then
Hi, Lexi.
bye, Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
And then, but it's just crazy. So like damn, I just kind of went back in time when I was talking right there, wasn't it? Let's see what
Will.
How do you go back in time? Not talking.
Back to the Future. Shit. I wrote 1,000 songs when I first joined Silver Material, and like it was just it was like my old like little shitty folk on my acoustic type shit, and you guys were just like, I don't really know how emo, but we'll do it. And then it wasn't really even that emo.
I told you you wrote my Sober to Death whenever you played me that.
Oh yeah,
Do you remember that? I fucking love that shit.
Yeah, none
I
of the
think what struck it as emo for me personally, I think is because of my love for American football. So automatically, I need to.
I love American football.
So pretty much like my love for nostalgic trumpet, I think is what made my inner little emo start tap dancing.
Well, it
Oh my
definitely it has a lot of similarities to what the fuck is it? The
Mom Jeans.
Mom Jeans.
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim versus My GPA. Is that what?
We actually
Yeah,
accidentally
yeah,
wrote the trumpet.
Actually, one of
like
my
the melody.
mixtapes, those two are right next to each other because of how similar they sound.
Yeah, they're pretty similar. Like the acoustic at the beginning and then the end, the trumpet in the full band. I mean, they're different, but it is a similar.
We almost accidentally wrote it whenever we were recording it. Our producer, his name's Ryan Wasaba. He was like, "What? How do we figure it out? Who said it sounded like?"
Will said.
I was like, whenever at the end of the, I was gonna say after the acoustic verse, where I go like I think this is the end.
And I
of
was
it.
gonna hit the high D flat, and then we were like, "Oh wait, it's Mom Jeans."
Yeah. He was gonna shift the octave and be like,
and then Ryan was just like, "You guys don't want to be known as the band that accidentally made the Mom Jeans song again," so we didn't.
Yeah.
No, yeah, dude. Speaking of Ryan, dude, Ryan was a great help for us because he kind of was a guy who would put his hand on our shoulder and be like, "Yeah, don't do that."
Yeah,
He made the album sound so good. Oh my god.
He definitely was not afraid to tell us when we were doing something that was not beneficial towards the album, and he was. Yeah.
Not making the album is beneficial for you.
Baja was almost a piece of shit. I'm not even joking.
Oh, absolutely.
Because of me.
Yeah, Baja almost had. So Baja at the start of the song almost had a stupid time change that was the worst. And me and Brad had to explain to Wyatt over and over again that this time change did not work. And we actually, for a long time, the tensions got so high, we just dropped it. And I could not play this time change at all. It just did not make sense. And
I was so adamant about it for what? It was so stupid.
No, for real.
It didn't work.
It was so dumb.
And so eventually we just stopped talking about it for like over a year. And whenever it came time to recording, Wyatt was just like, "No, we're doing the time change." And so whenever I'm like, "Wyatt, whenever we get in that studio, I don't think I can do the time change." So for some context, I had to record all of my drum parts in one day. So because I worked weekends, every weekend, 12-hour shifts from 7 to 7 up in Springfield, which is an hour away from where we are, because at a hospital. And so with the time we had, I had to get all of my recordings done so everyone else could do their shit. So I had to get all like 10 drum track, or how many was it? Like 9, whatever drum tracks done in that day. And so, but I didn't get them done. So I came in the next day to do the Baja one super quick. And whenever we got to this time change, I could not do it. And we could all tell that Ryan was super tilted that we had not resolved this time drama.
Yeah, he was upset.
Beforehand,
He was
he
not
was
happy.
super salty. He's like, you guys, because Ryan is Foxing's producer, so you know he's a super well-established producer, and we kind of like used that pressure to make sure that like me and Brad got what we wanted, and obviously it came out super well.
Yeah,
And
I'm
it
happy
actually-
that. I'm sorry. I'm still so sorry about that shit.
It
was
actually
a lot.
actually
It
turned
was-
out that Wyatt wasn't even didn't even realize that he was arguing about he wasn't even arguing for what he wanted. He thought it was something different that what we were trying to tell him wasn't working. It was super funny. So yeah, so I'm super thankful for Ryan on that. But yeah, like recording was super stressful for that, and there's like a lot of like things in like the drum shit that like was super stressful for me, that because I had to get all that shit done in one day. And then it turned out that I actually didn't even need to do that, because I ended up just going to the studio almost every recording anyway, and it wasn't even a big deal, so I could have just spaced out my drum tracks anyway, and I did all of them in one day for no reason. So I could have just spaced them out and they could have come out a lot better. So that's kind of frustrating, but it's not a big deal. So it came out fine. But speaking of Thousand Songs, I've actually like Thousand Songs is a frustrating song for me, because when it was first like presented to me from Will, like obviously it was not written at first with like drums in mind, I don't think. And like it has like a lot of pauses. So I was like, I don't wanna be, and so it's like it's all those like constant pauses, and like when you're trying to play the drums to that, it's very fucking frustrating.
Dude, writing a
Thousand
lead part
Songs-
to it was insane too. Like literally, I hated it. It's the reason why I still don't like playing that song that much, just because like it's not enough time to like really get like a good like lead melody going. You know, so
I
like,
think it sounds sick as hell.
I think it sounds okay, but it's not fun to play by any means. Like
Yeah.
it's just
So it's the same situation for me, because it always turns out like with me doing some like copped out little fill. And obviously I think I love listening to the song. I think the song, I will like literally shred my vocal cords screaming the fuck out the song. I enjoy listening to it. I actually am probably like at least 50 views on your playlist you put us in. Like I am a huge fan of it. I actually listen to a lot of the mixes you've made, Amity. I'm a huge fan.
they're really
So-
good. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'm a huge fucking fan. So I was actually a fan even before you put us in your like the recent one that blew up. So I was actually super shocked whenever I clicked on that recent that one that we were the start of, and I was like, holy fuck, that
Oh,
is
dude,
our
you
song.
don't understand how much that actually helped us out, bro. Like,
Yeah.
No,
literally,
literally, it's
Like,
we went from 400 monthly listeners to like 1,160 monthly listeners.
I
It-
want
it
to believe
fucking-
that there's a chance I could have maybe played a role in that.
Thousand
that song
Songs.
got popular.
Thousand Songs had a 700% increase in streams on Spotify in the last month because of that Midwest emo playlist, and also a little bit because of the music video, but mainly because of that mixtape. It's fucking insane to me.
Yeah,
No, like seriously, it's
I
like
can
it's
still
helped
remember.
us out so much, man.
Like,
More
It's
than
been
you
so
can
much
ever
fun
even
with
imagine.
Spotify for Artists app and just watching it go up. It makes my fucking heart.
every time I need a little dopamine boost, I just check it. I just no October, we did not break through. It's purely because of your friend. That's the only reason
it's
we
the,
have
it's the
any relevance.
mixtape.
Yeah, it's literally so the only
No,
reason
that's-
actually the only reason we have literally any relevance is Brad's YouTube channel. Is
Oh yeah,
literally-
absolutely.
is because Brad posts riffs, Amity found Brad, put Brad in a like, and then put us in
I
a
found some.
that mixtape. Yeah, and
All
that's
of our
the-
listeners, all of the listeners that we had prior to that were probably from my YouTube.
yeah.
Because of just like the traction that the videos got, which was ultimately
Exactly.
like the main
I remember
goal.
looking to the comments of some of these because I usually try and keep all my noise on. There are so many people commenting on like, "Oh my god, I've never heard this band before, and how have I never?"
Yeah.
heard them before? Like,
yeah, no, it's absolutely
It
insane.
sincerely helped us so much, like literally.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's like absolutely heartwarming. I check it like all the time. Like I check it like every day. I'm just like, how many more views is this Amity? How many more? Like I saw your one comment where it's like, I think that the Silver Material band has actually seen this playlist. That's insane to me. It's like, dude, we have like we're only relevant because of this. Of course we've seen
No,
it.
yeah.
I used to remember like the night before you released that. Like I remember joining one of your live streams. And
Yeah.
I remember that was the first time I think I ever put one of your songs like into the playlist. I remember telling you guys about that, and you actually mixed it up with a different one. And I felt
Yeah.
I
No,
felt
because
super
there was
bad.
another guy.
I felt super bad because you mixed up with that other guy.
Yeah, my fault. I will say that other one, I thought it was cool, but like, and obviously I love when people put it in their mixtapes, but like, I don't know, like just the amount of views that you got on yours helped us out like a shit ton.
It definitely contributed a lot. Like, it helped us so much. I'm super thankful, obviously. Thank you so much. No, but 1,000 Songs, it's like, it's not necessarily my favorite song off the album, but, you know, I'm happy that people are enjoying it. I think it's a super great song, you know.
I think it's crazy how many people have
It's super-
streamed All the Mountains I'll Never See because of that.
Oh yeah,
mixtape.
absolutely.
Exactly.
It's a super
Like-
unpopular opinion. But
Yeah.
I think that I don't think I'll get around to it is actually alright. Like it's actually a pretty good song.
I have it tattooed to me.
Actually.
Yes.
Me too.
I have a sleeve.
Share it in the chat actually, like on I think it's Hanging Chat, like we post tattoo and shit.
I'll post my tattoo in the chat.
Alright.
Will also has it tattooed.
I don't have the full song of the lyric, but
That
I don't have the name of the song. I have the one lyric that's the, if you're taking what you're hating, you might as well embrace it. I have that one tattooed on me.
can I talk about I don't
I
think?
actually really like that.
Can I enthuse about I don't think?
Yes.
Okay.
Continue.
Dude, I don't think was originally like 1,000 Songs used to just be like an acoustic song, and then I don't think was gonna be like the 8-minute song on the album, but it was really shitty.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
So we scrapped it. But then like the album kind of felt incomplete to me personally. I don't know how everyone else felt.
It definitely was missing that last song. It definitely
Yeah,
needed-
and like I remember like about what like I don't remember how long it's been after I wrote like I don't think initially, but like I heard like this like I heard the trumpet melody in my head and like the chorus melody like over chords, and like I started playing. I changed the tuning. Like I don't think used to be in Funny House tuning,
yeah.
and then I kind of harmonized the chord progression and put the verse lyrics over it and changed the chorus. Like Will and I wrote a chorus together, and like that was like probably one of the biggest moments that changed my brain chemistry as a person, was writing I Don't Think with Will, like rewriting the song. Yeah, it's that song's like the happy song in the album for me, and like I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it because I love it, and it means a lot to me, and yeah.
I could still remember when One Large Baja Blast came out. And
Oh
I
my
remember
God.
I was so used to listening to the live version for so long, hearing the full like studio quality lyrics.
It's definitely
that
different,
it's
isn't it?
Because
It's like
I got so used to only hearing it live, like the live version that you uploaded with Precarious.
I love
So
Baja
much
Blast
slower.
is so fun.
So much slower.
Baja Blast is like my like.
making fun of my Walmart sweatpants, like just that alone, like just hit me.
I
No,
know.
I have a picture of that fit too. It was a look. It was definitely yeah. Baja Blast is fun. Baja Blast is a fun song. It's a really sad song for me. But like it's kind of like similar to that, like kind of how we were talking about like whenever you like look back at songs and kind of cringe a little bit. Like I don't cringe at Baja Blast, but like it's so angsty.
Oh, you're lying.
Really?
I'm calling cap. Objection. You cringe at Baja. You talk about how you cringe at Baja all the time.
I mean, it's not like it's not like bad lyrics, but I'm talking about the headspace I was in when I wrote it. I'm just like,
yeah.
oh my god.
That's
Okay.
I mean, the headspace in like the headspace I was in when I wrote a lot of songs in the album were not good. But,
I
like,
can kind of agree with that. Like actually, my EP that I wrote, I think it was Light Switch Songs, my first EP. I
That's
remember I actually wrote that like after a huge like breakup, and that pretty much was my coping mechanism for everything that happened, and pretty much like I look back and I realize like, where, like, and how did that?
Yeah, yeah.
No, literally, it's like
And why?
I don't really want to go too much into it, but like the person I wrote the album about, like I just kind of like look back on it and I'm just like, ugh. it's just crazy to me, like what like you kind of like hide from yourself, like things that you kind of put like past yourself, not past yourself, what am I trying to say, like the kind of things you put up with, like whenever you're like idealizing a person. That's kind of like what a lot of the album is about.
The things you allow yourself to like look past because
Literally.
you like a person or you're in love with them because you're just like, okay, this is a person and their flaws, and this is just what the good comes with the bad, and this is okay, this is how life is. And then whenever you can go.
Not going.
Oh, and then whenever you look past after like a breakup or after you stop talking to that person, you're like, holy fuck, I should never have had to put up with that. Like, that's a really shitty thing that they did to me. I should not have had to put up with that, and I will never allow myself to go through that again. And then whenever like you think back about what you allowed yourself to get dealt, it's like, damn, that's cringe as fuck.
No, I put up with like so much shit, like, and like I wrote about a lot of it, and like if you listen to like Midwest Death Song, for example, I kind of wrote that after I like cut this person off, and like it looks back on like the whole situation. It's like the opening song because it kind of like sets the setting for like the tone of the album, like this person makes me hate where I am, this person is holding me back, like that's kind of the theme of that song, and like it just be crazy.
I'm gonna cut this part out of the podcast probably, but like what I'm about to go and spiel about. But yeah, it was kind of like that. Like I'm finally starting to get to that point, like kind of resolving and assessing like the aftermath of the situation.
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, geez, I let myself go through that, and I just didn't see a problem with it. Like,
oh yeah,
it's a lot.
Sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
I was living oblivious to the situation because I was so scared to let go of that person.
It's so hard. It's
Especially because you love them. Like, you don't break up with them always just because you don't love them. It's because you just don't love the situation.
Oh, absolutely. Also, Amity, I just gotta say, Mars Was Never Home. Holy fuck, man. That shit goes so hard. I listened to that.
I haven't heard any of your stuff,
often.
and I want to hear it.
Listen to it,
Dude,
Wyatt.
I
It
love.
goes so
I just
hard.
threw it together randomly, like as like a band project.
No,
Someone
Mars.
send links to the group chat or post them here.
I'm gonna link Mars Was Never Home because that shit goes crazy.
Dude, the door notes riff, I love so much. It's so good.
That one I just kind of found as a sample. Like the door notes one, I think I sampled them.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's awesome. No, but for me, like I didn't really contribute that much to like the lyrics in You're Cool, I guess, but
Line and Barely Awake.
I did contribute one line to Barely Awake.
A line in Jerry Trainer.
Wait, did I?
No, I have a line in Jerry Trainer.
Oh, the line I contributed in Barely Awake is lights trail behind me on my way to Hamel.
About Hamel McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm McDonald's because I'm a fat ass, bro. Let's go. What do you do? Of course, the only lyric I contribute is about food.
Damn.
What about you, Brad? What line did you contribute?
Heard that you were back in town. Hit the floor and hit the ground running.
Nice.
Heard your voice and hit the ground running. Yeah.
I will say though, Barely Awake is my baby though. I wrote like a lot of the structure in that song. Like,
yeah.
Basically, Barely Awake was pretty much written was it before Wyatt or
It was like
you guys had started. I remember whenever I joined, you guys had just like started writing Comically Large Feelings for you, and you're like, oh, this is the shit. And then you guys wrote Barely Awake, and then we were just like, nah, this is it. This is the best song. And then we started writing on Barely Awake, and I wrote a shitty bass part.
Yeah, and you can kind of tell that a drummer wrote Barely Awake because it's kind of hard to follow.
It's a lot more drum oriented, it feels like.
Yeah, it's very drum like there's just a whole part where like the whole like
it pops up. Like, you just hear it start going up.
The whole pacing of the song just stops and then there's like a drum breakdown, and then just like and then back into chorus. And I remember basically it happened is like like when it goes into like drum breakdown, basically that was because me and Brad didn't understand how to write songs, and I was like, we need to fill time. So
exactly. That's exactly what we're thinking.
Let's just throw in a breakdown, and it actually was originally just like three of those sections, and then we actually had to drag it out to 5 because it was still just too fucking short.
Yeah.
And
now it's just too long.
And now it's 4 minutes.
And now it feels like dragged out.
But yeah,
I love Barely Awake. I think Barely Awake is perfect.
There's just so many quad fills. There's just I actually have a lot of people come up and say that they're a big fan of Barely Awake. I think
my
a lot
dad's
of
favorite.
Yeah, a lot of people say they like it. There's just so many quad fills in it. It's just very.
And, dude, the guitar part's actually really insane. Like,
Okay, the intro is amazing on that.
and the breakdown is actually. I'm really proud of the breakdown riff too, just because like I wrote it so fast. Like Jonah was like, I think it'd be cool if there was a breakdown, and I was like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, we wrote it. Yeah, we wrote it in like one jam session, and
I remember working on it and writing it, and like over Discord we were talking, and you were like, I don't know, I think a breakdown would be cool, and like literally like 5 minutes later I sent you that riff.
And the intro was also written to extend it as well. It was like all of it was written in the interest of extending time.
Yeah.
Now my guitarist is obsessed with that song. Like actually, she just posted now. She would love to learn that one.
Oh, dude, yeah, that song.
We need to post the Barely Awake. Barely Awake is so much fun to play. I love playing Barely Awake.
It's so much fun.
We need to get around to posting playthroughs. Brad and White need to get together.
You ain't prepared for acoustic Barely Awake.
Oh, dude, it sounds
so good. Okay.
Tomorrow we're doing this little open mic at a coffee shop in Alton.
Yeah, I saw about that.
We're gonna be debuting acoustic Barely Awake. No one's ever heard the acoustic version of it live.
Dude.
It's so much fun. I love acoustic Barely Awake.
Are you guys recording that?
I would love to record acoustic Barely Awake.
I'd be down to do that. We could literally do it at my house.
We could.
I have like a vocal mic now.
We could put it with acoustic like 1,000 songs with the harmonica. Like it could be Barely Awake / 1,000
There's
songs.
no way that actually exists.
We're wanting to record. We'll talk about acoustic 1,000 songs, please. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Will.
Oh yes. Acoustic 1,000 songs is so fucking. I love it so much.
I need that in my life.
The crazy thing is I'm not involved in any of this, so I have no say. I haven't heard any of this either, so I can't.
Well, Jonah, you need to play drum box.
I will.
The acoustic
for
version
Barely
of
Awake.
Love Song, the acoustic version of Love Song also like really stood out to me. Like something about the vocals
Holy
on
shit!
that, like a lot more like your vocals are just beautiful on that.
Okay,
Like,
thank you. I recorded Love Song to Hinata acoustic version because my 3rd semester of school at my college, I was in a videography class and I needed to do a music video. And we couldn't record something. We didn't have anything recorded at the time, and I couldn't get anything organized in time by the time I had to shoot. So I recorded the acoustic version, and it had like a kind of the beginning idea of every light at the end of it, like in the outro, and like I remember specifically.
yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, I kind of ad-libbed it because I was in the process of writing every light at the time, and I was just like, it'd be cool to do like a little outro that isn't on the actual version of the song. And like I just
even showing.
yeah, it was super cool because like I stood for like the guitars, I like had like a direct mic on it, but I also had like direct input, so I was getting like the picking from like the pickups, but I was also getting like the mic sound. And so like whenever I recorded the outro, I just stood really far away, like across the room from the mic, but like I had like the direct input still on. So it's like sounds like really close but really far away at the same time, and it was just a lot of fun experimentation whenever I did it, like just for an acoustic song. And I love acoustic Love Song to Hinata. Have you seen the music video for it?
Yeah, the music video is gorgeous. Like,
It was it was so much fun. I'm sad that the rest of the band wasn't there for it because it would have been so much fun having a little water. You guys couldn't make it. We had Cake Fight instead though.
Yeah, we did. 1,000 Songs music video was, oh man, it was an experience filming that. Holy shit!
I loved the 1,000 Songs
really
shoot.
fun. I thought it was more fun than the Watered Down.
Watered Down music video shoot was hell. That was such a time crunch.
It was horrible.
So random, but like, I need a head in the ceiling fan, silver material cover.
Ooh, we actually covered
we
that.
covered that
We're
live. Yeah, we
recording
did
of
cover
it.
that.
We have a recording of it, Amity.
No way! Yo,
I think
we
we do
gotta
actually, yeah.
drop it in the self-made music.
Do you want the Dropbox of the album release set list?
No.
You have gotta drop all this. In
Okay.
the
Can I talk about? Can I have a little rant about how horrible the album release show was for me? Oh my god.
Yes, you can. Rest in peace, Jonah. It was so sad.
The album release show was literally the worst show I've ever had. So, so basically, the album release show it started. Okay, so the first problem was our set didn't even start until like 9:30, 9
Yeah,
o'clock.
it sucks, man.
It
I hate
started
that.
way too late, and it was like really cold out. It was really cold out, and during one of the first sets in a mosh pit, I got hit in the back of the head, and it like I had like a throbbing headache, and like I was like dizzy and lightheaded, and you know I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm a heavy ass dude. I ain't light. I'm not in shape. And you know, it's hard for me to like play a long set, and this set was like one of the longest ones we've ever done. And because we covered the whole album and we had covers in there. And so I had already kind of known that it was going to be a very difficult set for me to get in, and I had not really eaten that much that day. And so I was already going in with a pretty negative mindset that it was going to be like a bad show, which didn't help either. And during the set around like, I don't know, probably the third song in, both of my legs cramped up like really bad. So like, you can actually see it in the video that I'm actually crying during the set. And like throughout the set, like I think I was like, I was like kind of a dick to like the band, the like Brad and Wyatt. I was just like trying to rush the set through as fast as I could, and I actually had
what was going on.
I like it was hard to like talk through like the pain. I was just trying to like get through the set, because something that like, you know, people don't know is I've had like extensive health issues while on stage, and just in general I've had lots of health issues like stomach ulcers. I've had a heat stroke on stage. I've passed out on stage. I've just had quite the extensive health issues, which is actually part of the reason we're on hiatus right now, is because of my health.
Not a fun summer. It was not a fun summer.
I'm very burnt out on drumming as a whole. And so I was just like completely ready to be done with drums. And so I actually had to be carried after we had gotten done. After we got done, I had to get help from Will and my dad to get carried out to my car. I was just like crying in front of everyone, and it was very embarrassing, and I hated it. I hated every second of it.
I actually had a horrible night that night too. It was not fun.
Brad did too. It was awful, but
There was the other girl that was there.
who's now his girlfriend. It's very funny.
There was this girl, and then there was also this other girl, and it was just like, it was a lot of girl stuff, and I didn't want to deal with it. I wanted to have fun. Girl, 2020.
All right, well, we're about to hit the bot limit, so we should probably wrap here.
Yeah. Because that bot hit.
Thank you for having us on, Amity. It's been a blast.
It's been so much fun.
Exactly. Like, I feel like
Thank you for listening to our unhinged ramblings.
I'm dumbfounded by the fact that I actually had the silver material, and I ended up getting from precarious onto the.
What's up?
Well, if you want us on ever again, we're all more than happy to do this again.
I'd love to do this again.
Bored.
Exactly what I wanted. Like something that's a good merge between music and just expressing yourself and your thoughts, and like just have that. What you guys did made it perfect, like to my expectations of what I wanted this podcast to be.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad we could live up to your expectations.
It was really fun. I hope you have fun editing it. I hope you have fun editing it.
That's gonna be a different story. I'm probably going to have to do.
Oh man, I hope you just like have an unedited version up on YouTube. That's just.
I'm thinking I'll upload both versions. Like
yes,
edited version.
Just label the unedited version unhinged edition. Yeah, the unhinged edition. Just
I'll make
label
it like
unhinged
video, and you can reach it in the edited version. if you really want, if you're really desperate for the unhinged edition.
Yes, let's go. The unhinged edition will go on Brad's channel. Brad's subscribers are gonna be so confused.
Literally.
Like, what the fuck is this? I came here for Midwest riffs. Oh my god.
Too bad. Deal with it.
Subscribe to Precarious Lexi for all your Rocket League content.
Yeah, shut up. Subscribe to Amity, everyone. Subscribe.
Yeah.
And stream every light. Stream every light and you're cool, I guess.
Wow.
Yes. Carol Baskin Robbins live.
Stream Amity.
Waking up, it's 9 a.m. I can hear the sounds of birds pointing. I can hear the sounds of my parents fighting upstairs. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. Do you ever think of 2000? The housing market crashing, house of homes tumbling down faster than you can see the fate. No money left to share. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice over my whispers. I can hear the sounds of the voice